All right. We've seen it. Music goes off. Hats are tipped. Umbrellas go in the umbrella stand. We have it. The winners. Markham Narwhals. Who would have thunk? Finish 3-7. Be able to only lose one game in their 4 series up into the finals. And then being pushed to the absolute limit by it looked like by the clear second best team, the Belleville Mole Rats. We had a discussion, so I took a couple minutes. Who gets the MVP? We saw some really nice plays there. We saw the top laner do it on different picks, switching back to the Gnar towards the end of the series, and really taking control of those last 2 games. We have the support. Did really well in facilitating, not dying too much, facilitating the team. Was kind of playing on the more passive side, played on the weak side. It's hard to really give the real, the player of the game to a weak side player where they played weak side 5 games. Once again, you can say that for the AD carry. Went off. You got to say the player of game 5. Got to be Vayne AD carry. But over the course of 5 games, look at Flex. Causing bans, both his Cassiopeia and his Yasuo banned out in the final game. Takes out the Diana that he had not such a great performance for, and comes right back. Picks up early kills, got an early 4 kills, winning those early skirmishes. Yes, died a few times towards the mid game. He was getting focused though. Diana, you only have 1 button and that's in. And he went in, he got killed, but did the damage. But, through the unanimous decision, we have the jungler CoinFlip Factor as the overall finals MVP. He did it all in 5 games, and he did it on both his champions, on Kane and on Zach. And you look at that game 5 there. He was starting all those team fights. He was the one making that elastic slingshot to bring the Markham Narwhals back into this game. Remember, they were down. Markham Narwhals were down in game 4, game 5. Comeback wins in both of these make it or break it games, and I have to give it. And congratulations, you win yourself a free entry to Season 7. Looking forward to watching you play again. See if you can lead another one of your teams. I can't believe you didn't start in jungle this season. Whatever position you were playing, dump that position, play jungle. You're the series MVP. We have a interview coming right up, and we're going to be interviewing the AD carry here, Flex. Vayne AD carry. Dixon, are you present, sir?
I am here.
Any last minute thoughts on the series before we bring Vayne AD carry in?
Both these teams, they played very well. Probably some of the best league that I've seen come out of, I'm assuming, some random diamond platinum players, but wow. I mean, I'm just overall impressed at how well the mechanics were played, their team fighting. Just overall, the series was so exciting. We got a game 5 out of it. For my first cast, I couldn't be more happier.
Absolutely, and talk about being put through the ringer. These game 4 and game 5, you can cast a number of series and not have this type of finishing moment. And looks like the whole team wants to be interviewed. Oh my, this is perfect. I've been wanting to interview these guys the whole season, and they're running the gauntlet. We're gonna have all 5 join us. Let's set it up. I'm just going to set my Discord channel to be able to handle all these people. Vane 80 Carry, is that you, sir?
Nah, this is Swootermanz.
Oh, okay. Hey, what's going on? Great job,
What is
man.
up? Thank you. Much appreciated.
What a treat. And get this, you got to have all of your games casted as we got to see you move through series to series. What amazing value you get for joining OESL Season 6. It couldn't have went better. Please tell me from your perspective.
Alright, here's the catch, right? I'm actually a sub for the team.
Oh!
And also, I'm a jungle ADC main.
Oh! That is crazy. Thank you for sharing that. Wow. So were you jungling initially for the team, and then you switched out with CoinFlip Factor?
Nah, I started off as the top laner,
Okay.
and in the very beginning of the tournament, my only top laner I could play was Aatrox. And I had to learn a lot more champs, because I was really struggling. Aatrox didn't feel like he was getting it done. So I had to bring out the pocket pick Gnar, and it seemed to work.
Before the other guys come in here, I have to say personally, watching you play, I really love to see how you adapt in Champion Select and based on how the games are going. I was most impressed with how you personally changed up your champion pool to suit the team, and especially in that semifinal series where you were going with the Malphite and just giving the lane over to Mordekaiser. I know we're in the finals here, but I was so impressed with that. You didn't die at all in lane. You were getting huge team fight ults, and you were very pivotal in your team even getting to this point. So I have to hand it to yourself, sir, that you really know how to switch up your picks in order to get the most out of your team. If you want to touch on that, please do.
Honestly, I just picked Stonewall if I was ever afraid of the lane, because once again I don't play top. So half the time I would just respect the enemy top laner, because honestly he's probably better than me. So I would just sit back, slowly build some kind of advantage, and then look for TP plays, big team fights, because I know I'm not going to win duels, so I just go big team fight plays.
And this goes to show you, right? It's not about a win lane, win game type of style of League of Legends anymore. You openly know a lot of top laners are better than yourself, and you go ahead and accept that and just play for a different part of the game. Sacrifice, your own gold in top lane and help the team out. Sometimes even your top tower as well. And I noticed the difference, and I was commenting on that the entire way through. So I just want to give you a hats up. We didn't choose you as the MVP, but the MVP of playing weak side and helping. You are the MVP of playing weak side and being able to help your team out. So we want to hear from someone else. Go right ahead. Say who you are first, and I can ask you a question. Say your game name. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah.
Go first. Who wants to go first?
I mean,
You're top.
can we make the room bigger? Because the other guy can't join. Because he's
Oh yeah.
You can't join.
Okay.
Yeah, our jungle has two.
Let the MVP
Alright.
speak first.
All right, MVP.
MVP is here.
Go ahead.
Hey, what's up? I am CoinFlip Factor.
Wow. So
I don't know.
I am CoinFlip Factor.
I am CoinFlip Factor.
so there's some of
These
these.
be nuts. I'm reading this PP sock guy in chat. It's so funny.
So first of all, I heard that you weren't even the starting jungler to start the season this year. Is that true?
Yeah, I was the top laner,
Okay.
and we had a jungler who left. And then because jungle was my main role, that's literally all I play in solo queue. And yeah, after we swapped back, after he left, I got to go jungle, and then we found a new top laner. He doesn't really play top, but we found him anyway. So, and then after he joined, we literally won like 5 games in a row. After we kept losing the I don't know what you call them, scrims basically, to see how you do in the actual tournament.
Yep.
And after we got him, we just started winning.
Yeah, non-stop.
Yeah.
So whose decision was
I came to
to mix up the team there? Whose decision was it to change the roles?
It wasn't
up?
a mix-up. It was just our jungler left.
Okay,
before.
yeah.
And so we decided, okay, it's best if I go jungle because that's my main role. And
Yep.
yeah, it worked out. He's a pretty nuts top laner.
True.
It's a good place and team fights for sure.
Well, you missed it, but I was just complimenting him as he was the first one in the channel about how he would frequently change up his picks and frequently give up the wave in top lane, not try to go for too many aggressive trades, and would play a much bigger factor in the mid game. So I've really liked how giving away 20, 30, 40, sometimes even 50 CS in the top lane, but then not dying in key spots and being able to affect the team. So I was giving him his props before you jumped in. And then once again, you played the game really well. So I'm going to go ahead and talk with a couple of the other players, but then I want to talk about some of those key decisions in the fifth game. That last 10-15 minutes, I got some notes written about, like, there were so many decisions made there that you guys made as a team that ended up winning you the game, but you could have done different ones. And I wanted to ask you a couple about that. So why don't we go ahead with either the mid lane or the bot lane? Go ahead and introduce yourself, and maybe Dixon can ask you a question.
That sounds great. Also, when you're reviewing it, maybe it would be good to go
Stream
to
it?
Stream it. I mean, the actual game. So like you can see what you're talking about. That'd be cool.
Ooh, high level there.
Yeah.
I like that. let's see.
Mod reviews.
Exactly, right? I'm gonna do that too. I'll stream it on Discord so that you could see. I have a really good computer, so it should be all right. So let us see. You know what? Because this video I haven't cut the stream yet, so I can't go back and look at the video as of yet.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so I'd have to cut the stream, and that kind of defeats the purpose. But I'll recreate it for you. I remember some of these points, and I'm sure one of you is going to be able to jump in with how this was called or why.
I think you can download
the VOD.
Yeah.
From
You can
Match
download the
History.
VOD, yeah.
If you go to my match history, you can
No, but it doesn't
your-
show custom. It
Actually,
doesn't show custom.
maybe not. Never mind.
Oh yeah, it doesn't show customs.
X155.
Might not work.
I don't think it works because you can't see like.
Oh yeah,
can't
you
search
can't.
people.
Never
Yeah,
mind,
you
never
can't. It doesn't work.
mind. I mean, I can stream it and then.
But then we don't know what. Yeah.
All right. Never mind.
Okay. Well,
All right, so Dixon, you got a question for either the mid lane or the bot lane?
I got a question for the bot lane first, and then the whole team. But which one is Vayne 80 carry?
It's me here. I play Tracer.
Okay. How the heck did you get so good?
Wait, what do you mean? Like over the course of the tournament, or the
Your
course of
Ezreal
the...
mechanics, your build path, your understanding of positioning, it was all so on point. I'm just wondering why you're
Not gonna
telling
lie. Okay, not gonna lie. Ezreal was one of my worst champions before I played the tournament. I actually had a 24% win rate over 30 games on Ezreal in solo queue, but I started playing Ezreal on my Smurf, and then I got better, and I started playing on my main. I just got better and better for like really fast. So I don't know. It's just I watch like mods of Teddy, you know, the best Ezreal world, and just study his build path. The new build path, where you go, the 5% CDR in the tree, and then you get 45% CDR with 2 items. It's actually really broken, and you don't die because you have armor and magic resist. It's actually a very broken build on Ezreal right now.
It's very clever. I love it.
Yeah.
And then for
But
the
yeah, thank you.
for the whole team, I want to know how you guys approach this series. Did you guys scout any? Did you practice? What was your thought process coming into the series?
No scouting. We just op.gg 5 minutes before the game, every game.
yeah, that's literally what we would do.
Also, we normally just played for scaling. Like we didn't contest that many dragons. Like for our like whole season, basically.
Yeah, the
Like,
whole
we
season.
kind of just gave up like some early stuff, and we just outscaled them. That's how we won most of our games.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Our champ pool is like very scaling heavy. Like our mid laner plays Diana, Cassio, Yasuo. They're all like heavy scaling, and I play like Vayne, Ezreal, Ashe. Yeah, and our jungler plays Kayn. So like it's just scaling every team, like every single comp. That's why.
So I'm just going to jump in there for 1 second. So I of course, like, I've been casting all your playoff games. I've actually got to see you this whole way through. I've noticed this, your picks, that you tend to have the scaling comps. But I was honestly worried in Game 5 when you, that you were losing early game so consistently throughout this finals, and that you tended to have the scaling pick. So I was worried for you whether you were to hold the game close enough. And you were down 6,000 gold for a good part of that mid game, but you held on, and you were able to come back. So it ended up working out for you, and this was the longest game of the series, right when you needed it most.
Yeah, but we also, I think we were winning at some point, and then we like almost threw like once, and then we just came back again.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I think the MF ult in the mid lane, our fight. I think. Yeah, the fight in the mid, we almost threw there. Like,
I saw.
The MF was sitting back, and then Zach just didn't tried to engage on the MF, and the MF just ulted in 4 people and killed 2.
Yeah.
That was a big mistake, but we bounced back from it.
You still got MVP, but you almost threw the game. Yes, we did see that.
Yeah, he almost threw the game 2 times. The one at the Nexus turret, he
Hey,
into
Big Sig, you're not getting
Okay.
Okay, so I'd like to hear from 2 of the other players, the mid or the support. First of all, I just want to say for the mid laner, Flex, you're like overall in this whole playoff series, you're my personal favorite player. I love the moves that you went in for, really taking careful aggression, and it really helps, of course, when your jungler is playing around you almost the whole time. But how did you feel the playoffs went, and how did you feel in this last series?
I mean, yeah, I felt basically the same. I tried to like not get too over aggressive, but then I tried to play around my jungler a lot. So basically, I would like only go for kills if my jungler is there most of the time, unless the other person is just inting. But most of the time, I just go for kills if my jungler is there. That's it.
Well, it's worked out, and if you head over to the OESL Twitch page, you're going to notice a bunch of clips that I've clipped of you and the jungler, being able to get knockups, Yasuo ults, and constant ganks all over the place. It really seems like you were a focal point of the team, and your name was being discussed as a possible MVP. It's just. Especially with that last game, CoinFlip factor, really it was his engages that really started 90% of those fights, and we just felt like he edged you out just a little bit. But I gotta hand it to you, you're a really good player.
Yeah, last game was jungle diff.
True.
So I noticed you guys were going back and forth with each other. Definitely the chattiest of any of the series. Do you guys know each other, or is this just something that happened organically?
I mean,
No.
only our team knows each other. Like 3 of us know each other on
Okay.
our team. But the enemy team was just kind of toxic. Like when we played them
Yeah,
earlier,
the other team
like
was
earlier
really
in the
toxic
season
for no reason.
they would just type and they would just I don't know. It felt even better when we beat them.
Yeah.
Well, good guys don't always finish last, right?
Yeah.
And support. So I've noticed that you tend to play a lot of enchanters. You tend to play a lot of like Yumi, Soraka, Lulu.
Yeah.
How did you feel this series went? Because it looked like you were under a lot of pressure, and that Blitzcrank pick really seems to be your kryptonite.
Yeah, the Blitzcrank pick is like one of my biggest weaknesses, I would say, along with Nautilus. But like at some point, like you didn't see many Nautilus picks, but that Blitzcrank pick was really bad. But normally I just like play safe as possible and stay under tower and just don't walk around like meaninglessly. Like even if I don't have words, sometimes it's just so scary to walk up.
Yeah. I think the like Soraka, like Nami, just really bad against Blitzcrank or Nautilus.
Yeah.
If you get
But,
pulled,
like,
you either have to flash or I have to heal her or anything. So the
But like
the
we
few
would
games,
play for the mid game with the
Yeah,
team.
yeah.
Just
But
better
Soraka
for
is
the team.
way better than Blitzcrank, I think.
Yeah.
In team fights. She just outputs a lot of like healing and stuff.
Absolutely, and I was focused on the Blitzcrank a fair bit because his hooks, he had really good hooks. He landed a real high percentage, and especially I believe it was that game 3 against your Soraka that he was landing really pivotal hooks, and it just made that bot lane go their way just enough that they could get the lead in that mid game. But excellent decision banning out that Blitzcrank. We were calling for it on the stream. We were just like, okay, this guy is really good. Let's see what else he's got. And then as soon as you ban that out, the support player was not as impactful in game 4 and 5.
We were actually arguing over whether or not to ban the Blitz because
we were really
because I have Ezreal, so like Ezreal is just the biggest counter to Blitz, right? Like once he hits Q hits you, you can just E away like 100% of the time.
Yep. Game
so
1
we're
you were
trying
showing
to decide,
that, yeah.
Yeah, and we can pick Yasuo, which counters Blitz. So our team is kind of arguing over whether or not to waste a ban rather than banning out their mid laner who plays Yasuo or like 2 champions, so we can ban them out. So we're in game 3 we just decided Blitzcrank this guy's too good on Blitzcrank, so we just ban it.
So these are the type of decisions about why these interviews are so important afterwards. I love hearing that you actually had a team meeting and you were talking about it, and that despite your team, 2 primary members countering the Blitzcrank, but deciding, okay, let's ban it out because he's shown it in these games, and he's really been a way of starting out mid-game team fights and really taking control of the bot lane. But you just decided, okay, you know what, this guy is good on it. Let's just see what he has with something else. And of course you could have left it open in game 5 if it was up to you. But when you win that game 4, keeping it banned, keeping that bot lane in a sort of more even state, I can see why you made that decision. So great decision making there. So let's just go over some of these game 5 decisions. So initially, it's about the 30-minute mark. CoinFlip factor, you go bot lane to push the wave when Baron is up and all of the enemy team is up. Could you walk me through that?
I think
I can stream this. If you say 30-minute mark, I can look for it.
I think we just weren't paying attention to the Baron clock and we just messed up.
Yeah.
It was just-
Yeah.
They just kind of roam by and we're just like, what are you doing down there? They can see.
Yeah.
Yeah. We also saw they couldn't do it fast enough, right? They have their champions are not really good at taking Baron. Like Silas is Misfortune, and
Their DPS isn't really high.
Yeah. So we're thinking, we can push bot, get bot prio, and probably move there fast enough. But they just did it so fast for no reason.
Okay, and then right away so we're gonna show it on screen. I believe it was a 30, it'll be right before the Baron gets taken from right before there. Yeah. And there's a number of decisions even after that, and then you go right ahead. Just gonna turn the volume up here. Just lower the volume a little bit on the game. It's a little bit drowning out. Okay, you're good. Because then right away, even after losing the Baron, the team makes a call to go and stack that bush right behind Dragon. So explain that to me, because it went from disaster to getting your team right back in the game and getting a lead.
It's because basically since we're at 3 dragons, they have to come to drag to contest, right? Because otherwise it's soul point. So we know they're gonna come to drag, so we just sit in the bush and they have to come, right? So that's just.
And I resweeped it beforehand, so we already knew there's no vision there.
So they're doing Baron, and then we just give, and then go speed up.
Also, another thing is we had the Baron and the Drake on really good timers, so every time they get Baron, they had to come fight for the dragon, so they get no value from the Baron. They're not allowed.
They have to come for it.
So we just chill in this bush and just get ready to get some kind of pick, so we can just win the game, get 2 Barons.
Great point.
Yeah, this was very huge.
This got you back. You guys were to lose this game if you didn't get this right here. So this was everything.
For sure. Yeah, they also wasted Baron because once we got Infernal Soul, 2 of them are dead, so they couldn't really use Baron very well. So they're trying to push mid, but we can just TP, and then their Baron is pretty much useless.
Something else we noticed was that they had 4 melee characters and 1 range versus you guys had a lot more range tools. So there was a time when they could have dove you in mid lane. I think it's just a couple minutes from here while they still had Baron. I believe they get a pick, and it's a 4-on-5, and they decide not to dive the mid turret. And my call was that I thought it was because they had those melee champions and they didn't want to go right up against the turret. And even though you guys had 4 members, they didn't want that fight at that time, and that could have been.
Oh, you mean the one where Nard died, and then they tried to.
Yes, exactly.
Oh yeah, that part. Yeah, that's like.
It's for the next Baron.
Yeah, he tried to.
Basically, we're all calling just like give the tower, right? But then I didn't even think about the melee champ thing. But I guess yeah, that makes sense.
Nard was caught out.
Yeah, right here.
I just tried to stall as much as I could.
Yep.
So I was trying to get mid tile.
I mean, yeah, I don't know.
We're
just playing safe enough where they couldn't dive.
They could have ended if they didn't have. They have inhibitor up, but we had inhibitor down, so they couldn't push fast enough.
That's true, but as you're going to see in about 30 seconds, and as you guys recall, like they were right up against your turret with minions and a person advantage, and decided to back off. So let's take a look at what you guys do. First of all, that ult was big, knocking out the some of the damage on the minions. And there, you hit that Q.
We decided to give the inhibitor because we thought.
I think the play I was talking about was before on the last Baron, but here you decided to give it up. Yeah. There was a point that they could have dove you. They had a person advantage.
So this Baron we just got it because we killed them all.
You know the last Baron, the very last one.
The last Baron here.
Maybe.
Was it a Baron they got?
Yeah, it was the one that they got. Yeah, it was their Baron.
So they
were pushing with Baron minion waves, and they had a person advantage.
Here, right?
Yeah.
They got the Baron. They also got the Baron here.
Okay, go there.
It might be here.
Okay,
wait,
they're...
did we not all die here?
Yeah, we all died here because...
I don't think that was what...
Then like in a minute or two, they push up mid. They get that mid turret. You know what? Anyways, they decide to pull back, and that could have been a way that they won the game. And they decided to back off and take it later, and that ended up being beneficial.
This is such a funny fight.
Yeah.
They just took the Baron, so us holding them hostage here is super good for us. Like we're just holding them here. They can't move to the lanes to push, so we're just like forcing them to stay in the fight.
Huge stun.
Oh yeah, the Galio and the backline as well. There were stuns on both sides.
Yeah.
See, I thought initially, like, what you guys didn't see before this fight, what happened is that they sent 2 of their members back to base, so it was possible for you to rush that Baron, the Dragon, but you had no way to know that. You didn't have vision on those members, so that's why you were a little bit more careful. Ended up working out for you in the long run, and I thought you guys were going to lose this with them having Baron, with having all 5 members set up, but you guys were able to just draw this out, like you said, hold them hostage. And this is really where we get to see Vayne 80 carry, dude. Like, you're getting all the shots, you're getting all the damage, and you did this all game. And so I have to say Dixon, he wanted you MVP. He was really enamored with how you played this whole series, just getting the most amount of damage out that you can. And despite playing frequently weak side bot.
Yeah. Usually, like bot, like. We have very disadvantageous bot lane comps because I play Ezreal, Bane. Like these champions are not good early game compared to Misfortune or Blitzcrank. So we usually just farm it out 0-0-0 and try to scale for 2 items.
And then get this. What's wild is that you also played sometimes top side, weak side as well. So you had weak side top, weak side bot, and you're playing around mid. And despite like you're literally playing around one lane occasionally, some games, not every game, but you can still find out ways to win these games playing through a single lane. I thought that was really unique of your team, but it worked.
Yeah, definitely.
I think it's just, I don't know, probably skill gap. I don't know.
But
But actually, like,
Jungle
Why is
diff,
that
right?
supposed to work? I don't know. Yeah, jungle diff.
I gotta say it.
True. And also, like, their comp is really bad into Ezreal
Yeah,
because
it's
Yeah,
I have
we
frozen. Like, this item really screws their team. Like, they have 1, 2, like 3, like 4, just people that has to run up to you.
Yep, the
And
melee.
the gauntlet just kites really well because like you can't move, right?
That's a good point.
So they have to go up to you.
Excellent
Yeah.
point. This was another one where just before this area, you won a you won a 2-0 team fight by Elder Dragon, and there was a couple of retreating members down on the bot side, and you guys decide to go to Elder Dragon instead of clean up those last 2 members. It ended up working out for you because Trundle stuck around. Yeah, it's just like a minute or 2 before this.
Oh,
I think Trundle's just trolling here though.
I don't know why Trundle was there.
This was another one of these decisions I wanted to talk to you about because it ended up working out. I was calling, oh, you're definitely gonna clean up these last 2 members, but you decided.
Yeah, because I thought I could just try to kill them because stop their backs or something.
Okay.
But because our team can just do it. Well,
I think we had no vision, and that's why we
Yeah.
didn't all
Yeah,
go.
we didn't see them.
And we didn't want to get caught, so
He
I
just
think
Yeah, we
standing
want to
there.
rush
that guy's
Dragon, then go to Baron.
Yeah, because this is ours
for
anyways.
Yep.
Like if I can zone out the Trundle, then we get free Elder, right?
Yep.
Trundle has smite. Yeah, he has smite this fight, but if I zone him out, like we just get it for free.
And also because the Trundle died there, they lose the Baron for free.
Yeah, they lose
never
the Baron
lose
for
that
free.
Baron.
We
They
also
never
have
lose.
smite up in 30 seconds, 15 seconds.
But the Trundle just trolled him and now he loses Baron.
Yeah, he could have recalled, but he tried to come back here. Like he could have recalled with Renekton, but he just came like this way. So
And I got
I don't know the Trundle.
one last final decision to ask you guys about. I know there's like 4 or 5 of them here, all in the last like 15 minutes of the game. But this is how crazy this game was, and it's definitely going to be one to rewatch in the future. But after this Baron, you guys push down mid lane. So right, you have both Elder and Baron, and you take out the first 2 mid turrets and the inhibitor with ease. And you decide to go for the finish.
Yeah.
Let me know your thoughts about this.
we just had Elder and Baron,
Yes.
and thought we could just kill everyone, but then we trolled and dove.
Yeah.
That's legit what happened though.
Like we thought our damage was way higher, so we thought the Elder would proc really quickly, so we could just burst them all and just kill them. But they ended up surviving too long, and then we ended up.
Yeah.
Also, I think I didn't have Elder here, which kind of screwed me over a bit. I think I was dead.
Oh wait, yeah, the buff doesn't show up on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't
If you
have
had
it.
Elder, you
Wait.
That could have been big because your ult
Yeah,
was
if you
kinda
had
big.
it.
Yeah, if you had it, I think this was actually.
Yeah, that was
Yeah, the misfortune all really like zoned everyone
my
else.
God.
See, that's a huge like Diana ult, but Diana doesn't have Elder.
Yep.
But then like, yeah, this fight wasn't the best.
It was a toss-up
But I got
call.
it,
Like
yeah.
you guys could have made one call or the other. It did not work out for you this time. It could have worked out for you another time. So it wasn't necessarily a bad call per se. It didn't work out in your favor. I was really interested in the decision-making process there. Because you very easily could have taken that inhibitor and then went to a side lane and try to get another turret with your skills. But you see, you're not really even fighting for gold at this point. It's too deep in the game, so a turret doesn't really do much good for you. So I can see why you decide to, to just go for it right there and try to win the game.
Yeah,
We're just
I
like
think
stressed.
we
and, like,
overestimated
wanted to
like we thought like Elder was just gonna just one shot everyone, but their team is actually pretty tanky. Like they have Galio, like these 2, and they all have GA. Oh, and also these 2 players have GAs. So we got both of their GAs in that fight.
Nice.
And that was kind of huge later on because the Elder Dragon fight, I don't think they had the Guardian Angel, so we were basically able to just focus them down. Especially the MF. We just killed the MF like. In this clip, I think we killed the MF instantly and we just won the fight. Right there.
She did seem like a big percentage of her team's damage there. I didn't look at the damage
Yeah.
charts after, but she was really doing
It was
more
right
than
there.
her fair share.
Yeah, her ultimates this game were like the actual stopping force that just stopped us from steamrolling them. We actually would have been able to win. I'd say
Yeah,
20
let's
minutes
see
earlier.
the part where Zach See, she didn't have and we're just able to focus her down right away.
Yeah,
She's dead. She's dead. Then just clean up for me because they have no damage.
Like we traded my life and basically Zach's life for MF, but it's still worth because she's just all their damage. And then Jason our AD just kills everyone.
Yep.
Yeah, because MF
Nothing
is
can kill him.
Yeah, I have death stance and like this is not killable. Hex drinker.
I thought the TP there was a smart play as well from the Gnar going mid lane to you had supers pushing against you.
Yeah. I think we would have lost like one tower if she didn't TP. There was 2 super waves.
And you guys were calling it out at this point. Hey, if we get the jungler, Baron's ours. We got everything.
Yeah.
We got knocked him out.
Look at the pings on the Baron.
Yep.
We're just ping Baron right now.
60-second death timer there.
See, 54,
I had a little bit
23,
of
29,
a disagreement at that
Yeah.
point because some teammates wanted to go Elder, but
Yeah.
me and Mid agreed that Baron's probably better because we're on that side and we can just Baron and then move down because Elder.
Yeah, because it saves time.
Probably don't have the tempo to go
Yeah.
Elder then Baron.
That's the best call, like doing Baron first. Yeah, probably.
See, and me, I was saying possibly even mid lane was a chance to push as well because you had Trundle still down. You could have got that inhibitor. That was also a possibility. So you had 3 viable possibilities there. You were already on the side of Baron, so I can understand why you decided to go Baron first.
Yeah, we also came to Dragon because, like, I don't understand, but like, she just TP'd like randomly here.
Really weird.
She just TP'd like randomly in like. What is he? He's backing right now. Well, I don't know. Like, we saw the TP and we were like, oh, they're trying to rush her or something, so we just came here.
Okay.
But yeah,
I didn't
was a
understand
little
either. You're right.
the TP was he just TP'd and backed.
That was a really big opener, I think.
I don't know. He could have pushed top or like bot or mid or.
I'm pretty sure he was tilted. Like
Yeah, he just TP'd for fun.
for fun.
Okay, well, that's all the questions I had. I know, thank you for staying. I mean, we're almost at 1 a.m. now, but this game was so interesting, and the whole playoffs were just, like a Cinderella story. I keep using that. Nice.
This guy.
That was too funny.
Wait a second.
I have a pretty funny story to tell.
Okay.
So
First of all,
yeah,
who's talking? Just for everyone.
this is Swootermanz.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead,
Yeah.
please. Thank you.
So one of the Mordekaiser games, when I was playing Mordekaiser, the set walked up, missed everything, and then I typed "What you doing?" in chat, and he stopped to type, and I solo killed him, and he was very mad, and he won off medical advantage.
Oh, the psychological. You see, they're trying to mess with you, and then you ran ahead and messed with them. I love that. It's like the small little nerdy kid beating up on the bully because he's actually got skills. I love hearing that.
Yeah, overall, I'm really happy I stuck with this team. My team is just lovely. These guys are smurfs out of their mind. ADC diff every game, jungle diff every game. We're just everywhere was just too good for me to lose top. I don't even have to do anything. I just AFK top and let my team carry. It's really nice.
Any other final words from anyone? Yeah, you guys have answered everything I want to answer, and thank you for coming on. This end of season interview with the whole team has really provided a lot. We've got all this context of 5 series in a row, and then having you all in here is really special. So thank you for joining in, and please announce who you are and talk away.
Yep. By the way, CoinFlip, Mello wants to talk to you. So.
I think you're in trouble. Oh wait.
He's mellow.
No. Probably just your free win, free entry or something. I don't know.
He had to go. Like his
He's
internet
not in
gets
the
cut out at
call
12:30.
anymore,
Okay. I'll just say tomorrow then. It's fine.
Wait, just DM him.
Yeah, Mello, like. Yeah.
Just let him know.
You got 3 whole weeks till the next season starts. I'm sure you can talk with them.
Oh, it's 3 weeks.
Any other final moments? If there's nothing, I'll close it. Go ahead. Anyone jump in? Say who you are. Anything else?
Once again, I'm Swootermanz. I'm just, I'm just super happy that my team came through. The last game, very stressful. A lot of mental. They can go downhill very easily because there's a lot of stress. It's 2-2. The game's going on for 50 minutes. Like there's a lot of room for mistakes, and our mental didn't break, and we managed to pull through. So I'm really proud of us.
True. Big facts. Mental is just mental diff, I think, because the other person was talking that
Yeah, we just
their
started
mid
beating them
laner,
at some
their
point.
mid laner was really emotional, and their jungle was toxic to their team. The jungle was toxic to us and
The
to their team
jungle
too.
was just,
It just mental diff, I
he
think.
was very emotional.
Yeah, it's hard mental
Jungler,
damage.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we already
Mental diff.
saw in the chat he wants another shot in season 7. So
Yeah.
personally, I want to see that. So I hope we get to see another round of that.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Well, hey, thank you guys so much for stopping by here. I know it's late, and I'm so happy to be asked back here. I casted in season 4. I was asked to come back in season 6, and really, you guys provided the ultimate story for me to cast, and I hope I told it in a way that is as complimentary to you as you deserve. And thank you so much for stopping on by. And Dixon, thank you for joining me in this 5-game marathon, because I don't think I'd be able to have that same sort of energy in game 5 without you there. So thank you, bro. Really appreciate it.
Always pleasure, man.
All right,
Great casting.
and there you have it. Your OESC. See, like, I'm getting tired now. OESL, Ontario Esports League, Season 6 champion, the Markham Narwhals, showing up big in Game 5. Silver Scrapes, they take it down, decision after decision after decision. They're mental held. They stayed in it. They're best of friends now. They do it through victory. It's like going through war. You know, your trench mate, is your best friend, because that guy's going to be watching your back, just like they were watching their teammates. And so thank you guys, and I hope to see you in season 7. Rav Exel out.